Welcome to this video PowerPoint presentation on the white paper. This presentation is designed to help you develop a clear understanding of the concept of a white paper within the context of social work, with particular emphasis on its application to policy practice in rural settings. In this video, we will define what a white paper is, explore its key components, and outline best practices for effective white paper development. White paper, what is it? A white paper is a detailed and authoritative report that addresses a clearly defined policy or problem by presenting a thorough analysis of existing data, research findings, and contextual factors. It aims not only to illuminate the complexity of the policy or issue at hand, but also to provide well-reasoned, evidence-based recommendations for addressing it. Typically grounded in rigorous inquiry and supported by credible sources, a white paper seeks to inform stakeholders, shape public discourse, and influence decision-making processes. White paper in social work context. In the field of social work, white papers play a critical role as instruments for driving meaningful change. They are often employed to advocate for policy reform, inform the design and implementation of social programs, and raise awareness about pressing social problems. By articulating both the nature of the challenges and the practical pathways toward resolution, white papers help bridge the gap between research and practice. As such, they serve as valuable tools for practitioners, policymakers, educators, and community leaders working toward equity, social justice, and the well-being of marginalized populations. Key components of a white paper. Executive summary. The executive summary serves as the gateway to your white paper, providing a concise yet comprehensive overview of the entire document. This section should effectively capture the essence of the issue being addressed, present the most significant findings from your research, and outline your primary recommendations. It must be crafted with your target audience in mind, whether they are policymakers, administrators, or fellow social work practitioners, ensuring the content resonates with their interests and needs. Introduction/background research. The background research section provides the intellectual foundation for your white paper through a comprehensive literature review, incorporation of relevant statistical data, and presentation of illustrative case studies. This section should examine the current policy landscape and explore the historical context of the issue. By synthesizing these elements, you create a robust framework for understanding the complexity of the social issue being addressed. Problem statement. A well-crafted problem statement forms the foundation of your white paper by clearly articulating the policy problem at hand. This section should thoroughly explain the scope and significance of the problem, detailing how it impacts various populations and communities. Additionally, it must establish a clear connection to social work practice, demonstrating why this issue demands attention from the professional community and how it relates to broader social welfare concerns. Analysis. In the solution analysis section, you must present a thorough evaluation of the policy issue using evidence-based approaches. This includes examining cost implications, assessing social impact across different demographics, and considering various stakeholder perspectives. Solution. The solution section of a white paper is dedicated to presenting a reviewing, detailed and well-supported solutions the identified policy problem. Thus, existing interventions, evaluating their effectiveness and limitations. This comprehensive analysis of solutions helps build a compelling case for your recommendations. Each proposed solution should be clearly articulated and substantiated with credible evidence, and it is essential that the solutions are logically consistent with the policy problem as framed. Recommendations. The recommendations section is where you present specific, actionable solutions to address the identified problem. These recommendations should be accompanied by detailed implementation strategies, clearly outlined resource requirements, and realistic timeline considerations. Each recommendation should be tied to expected outcomes, making it clear how these solutions will contribute to addressing the original problem. This section should be practical, feasible, and aligned with social work values and ethics. These components, when well developed and logically connected, create a powerful white paper that can effectively influence policy, practice, and program development in the field of social work. Each section builds upon the others to present a compelling narrative that supports positive social change. Creating practical and actionable recommendations. This section outlines 5 comprehensive guidelines for developing practical and actionable recommendations within a white paper. Each guideline emphasizes the importance of grounding recommendations in credible evidence and ensuring they are directly aligned with the identified problem. 1. Understanding the SMART framework. When developing recommendations for social work white papers, it's essential to follow the SMART framework to ensure practicality and effectiveness. Your recommendations must be specific in detailing exactly what needs to be done, measurable through concrete metrics that demonstrate success, achievable within existing resource constraints, relevant to both the problem and stakeholder needs, and time-bound with clear implementation timelines. This structured approach helps transform theoretical solutions into practical action steps. 2. Implementing an evidence-based approach. Strong recommendations must be firmly grounded in evidence and proven research. This includes incorporating data from successful similar interventions, citing relevant pilot study results, and presenting thorough cost-benefit analyses. By demonstrating effectiveness through well-documented case studies and research findings, you build credibility and show that your recommendations are based on proven methodologies rather than theoretical assumptions. 3. Conducting implementation analysis. A thorough implementation analysis is crucial for practical recommendations. This involves a comprehensive resource assessment that examines required funding sources, staffing needs, technology requirements, necessary training, and infrastructure demands. Equally important is a detailed stakeholder analysis that identifies key decision-makers, evaluates organizational capacity, considers political feasibility, addresses potential resistance, and explores collaborative opportunities. This dual analysis helps ensure that recommendations are both practical and achievable within existing constraints. 4. Developing practical steps. The development of practical recommendations requires a systematic approach. Begin by testing feasibility through stakeholder interviews, pilot testing when possible, and careful assessment of resource availability and organizational constraints. Break down implementation into clear action steps with realistic timelines and identified responsible parties. Include comprehensive risk management strategies that identify potential obstacles and develop mitigation plans. Finally, establish clear success metrics with specific measurement tools and evaluation timelines. 5. Ensuring quality and feasibility. Quality control is essential for practical recommendations. Each recommendation should align with the organization's mission while considering budget constraints and current workload realities. Cultural competency must be embedded throughout, and all suggestions should comply with relevant regulations. Technical feasibility should be verified, and recommendations should strike a balance between ambitious goals and practical limitations. Remember that the most effective recommendations are those that can be implemented within existing constraints while still driving meaningful change. By following these guidelines, social work professionals can develop recommendations that are not only theoretically sound but also practical and actionable in real-world settings. The key is to maintain a balance between aspirational goals and operational realities, ensuring that recommendations can be effectively implemented to create positive social change. Best practices for white paper development in social work. Format and structure essentials. The foundation of an effective white paper lies in its professional presentation and organization. A clear, professional layout serves as the backbone of your document, guiding readers through complex information with ease. The content should flow logically, building arguments systematically while incorporating relevant visual elements such as charts and graphs to illustrate key points. Professional citations must be meticulously maintained throughout the document, demonstrating scholarly rigor and credibility. Detailed data and supplementary information should be organized in well-structured appendices, allowing readers to delve deeper into specific aspects without disrupting the main narrative. Crafting an effective writing style. The writing style of your white paper plays a crucial role in its effectiveness and credibility. Maintain an objective tone throughout the document, presenting information and arguments without bias. Support all claims with evidence-based arguments, using data and research to strengthen your positions. Professional language should be consistently employed, but ensure that explanations remain clear and accessible to your target audience. Strike a balance between academic rigor and readability, remembering that even complex topics must be communicated in a way that resonates with your intended readers. Strategic distribution approaches. Distribution strategy is vital for maximizing your white paper's impact. Begin by identifying key stakeholders who will benefit from or be influenced by your research. Choose appropriate platforms for distribution, considering both digital and traditional channels that align with your audience's preferences. Time the release strategically, taking into account relevant policy discussions, conferences, or social issues that might affect reception. Develop a comprehensive follow-up engagement plan to maintain momentum after initial distribution. This might include presentations, workshops, or social media campaigns that extend the reach and impact of your work. Measuring and evaluating impact. Impact measurement is essential for understanding your white paper's effectiveness and informing future efforts. Implement systems to track readership across various platforms and monitor any resulting policy changes or discussions. Document citations of your work in other publications or policy documents to gauge academic and professional impact. Actively collect and analyze stakeholder feedback through surveys, interviews, or focus groups. Regular assessment of outcomes helps determine whether your white paper achieved its intended goals and provides valuable insights for future publications. This systematic approach to evaluation ensures that your white paper contributes meaningfully to social work practice and policy development. These best practices, when implemented thoughtfully and systematically, help ensure that your white paper not only meets high professional standards but also effectively advances knowledge and practice in the field of social work. Remember that the ultimate goal is to create a document that influences positive change while maintaining academic rigor and professional excellence.